All right. I apologize for this being so late. Um, I had to redo my database. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to run the code also just from straight up from the GitHub. It's a Git repository. So I'll go ahead and do that while I'm talking. So just go ahead and oh, that's right. Okay. Okay, so anyway, I had to redo my database and completely rebuild the back end. The front end I'm pretty happy with, but that's what happened. So code my app. It's going to have an extra folder in it, so I code into here. You will have to run npmi to install the node modules, but that's all in the package .json. So go ahead and npmi into there. I'll explain a little bit about how my Firestore is set up. Each user, this is just hard coded in there right now. I just added it because I needed one. I wanted it empty when I was explaining, so that way we can see the data actually get entered into the database once I go through it. Here's my code. So the environment that I went with was React/React Native. A big part of why I chose that was because I originally wanted to do Node.js, and it gave me so much trouble with using the server. I wasn't really prepared with or didn't have the knowledge to know how to do Node.js, like the server aspect of it. So I messed around with that for like 4 or 5 days before realizing that I was completely out of my league, and I went with React Native because that's what I did my senior project in. And I'm pretty happy with it. So to start the application, just do npm start after the npmi, and it'll go ahead and open up a page for us. I kept in the first page right here, the home screen that comes with React or npm when you do an npm project, just because I kind of liked it. I just added a button at the bottom to actually go into the app, and I like the first page. I mean, I obviously simply could have just deleted that home page where I have all of my pages down here. But I don't know. I just like the look of it. So continue to log in. I'm using the navigator. So the top of each page will have the page name on it. This is my login page. I didn't feel the need to go with any passwords or anything like that, since it's pretty simple project. I did throw in the Tinder logo because I thought that was funny at the time. Yeah, so to begin, the name, you enter in your first name and then your last initial, because I felt that with only having a first name, it'd get kind of cluttered. You'd have two or three Coles. So with that initial, it sets each person's account up separately. I'll go ahead and submit that. it's logged in. Here is your profile page. Your name is up at the upper left. This is the profile. This is a picture that I have just hard coded in there. It's just a placeholder for until you actually update the database with your profile picture. So as you can see, each person's I hope that's not a problem. That looks different from what I expected, but anyway, the way that the database queries it, I have a function here. Every time your page opens up, it hits this React.use effect. I have new use, probably should be new user, but it hits this. I use Firestore because that's what I used in my senior design project. If your document exists, then it's just going to query your bio and your image. If it doesn't exist, then it's going to set you up with this right here. And that's how it begins. These are your three, different points on the profile. And then, whoops. And then in the storage area is where all the images are. And those get set up here in the fire.storage.ref. It takes your name, so everybody has their own. I'll go ahead and upload a photo for you. It'll be easier to show you. Upload. Yeah, great. So the image is in there. This first image is in there. And then it should, yeah, and then your profile image goes into here, into the image, and then through that, through the name here, it checks through the storage, through your name and the storage, and then yeah, I've been having trouble with the await part. This right here, making this promise here, the get download URL, that's a promise. And then the URL itself is a string, a downloadable string, and it should be showing the profile picture. And I'm not sure why it's not. There we go. So you upload that picture. It shows up. I'm not quite sure what that other thing was. You can also update your bio. Hi, I'm Cole. Submit that, and it changes it. And then you can also see in the Firestore database, you have your bio right here, which is just a simple string. And that's pretty much it. I wanted to do an anthem where you can, save your favorite song and play like a snippet of it down here, but I obviously ran out of time, unfortunately, due to having to change databases. But Firebase was a lot easier to work with, and getting an image to appear was the bane of my existence for the last week. Like, I just could not figure out how to get an image to show up, so that might be what that error was earlier, but it's there, it's appearing, and it's also in the database. So I'm pretty happy about that. But there it is. Thank you for watching.